Good morning, Chairman of the Permanent Council, Ambassador Pedro Yarse, distinguished permanent representatives and permanent observers, distinguished ambassadors. A special welcome to the distinguished panelists and the moderator, delegates, representatives from other multilateral agencies and institutions, our own colleagues from the OES, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to join you this morning for this important 17th OES Policy Roundtable on Corporate Social Responsibility in a time of crisis. And I want to especially welcome our experts today to the OES because this is a very important topic and we look forward to listening to them, learning from them, their experiences, and sharing with us your perspectives. Let me state that in recent years, the Western Hemisphere, through the Summit of the Americas process, as you have heard, as well as the Organization of American States through the General Assemblies, have been very much engaged in promoting CSR, corporate social responsibility. Our mandates to do so are based on decisions taken by the heads of state and government at the highest political levels, as well as by the Ministers of Foreign Affairs in the General Assembly meetings. So let me recall two of these decisions. The first one, the plan of action from the third Summit of the Americas in Quebec City in April 2001, which states, and I quote, "Recognizing the central role that business of all sizes play in the creation of prosperity and the flow of maintenance of trade and investment in the hemisphere, we, that is the heads of government and heads of state, support the continued analysis and consideration in the Americas of corporate social responsibility." A very clear mandate, almost 8 years old now, a little bit more than 8 years old. The General Assembly translated this further and this year urged member states, governments to promote corporate social responsibility programs and initiatives with special emphasis on their respective value chains, to become more knowledgeable about existing internationally recognized voluntary principles and guidelines, as well as private sector initiatives in this area, and to support and join in the implementation of such principles and initiatives. So clearly, the Organization of American States has a mandate. And while today there is more clarity and consensus about the definition of CSR, it is no doubt that much more needs to be done to sensitize stakeholders about the benefits of this concept. And this gathering, this meeting, is one of the ways the OES tries to do that. While CSR principally, in my view, is a business-related service and activity, I would like to place CSR in a broader context, especially in the framework of the three fundamental pillars of this organization: democracy, development, and security, with the ultimate goal to foster peace, stability, and prosperity in societies of the Western Hemisphere. And in this context, in the context of the interrelationship between these principal policy areas of the OES, I hold the view that the responsibility for fostering social and economic progress is not only a task of the governments, but of all in society. It is a collective responsibility. It is a shared undertaking that not only requires structured consultation on the direction of a country with all the social partners, but it assumes also concrete contributions of all sectors to the well-being of the society as a whole. Therefore, in my view, CSR is not a philanthropic undertaking. It is not to be a one-off activity, and only when profit is being made. It should be considered a strategic investment or reinvestment to facilitate and contribute to a better environment for social and economic growth and investments. CSR needs to be more than a line item in a budget. It needs to reflect the strategic vision of a company to be sincerely part of society and its people, and therefore it has to become a norm and value of good corporate behavior, and not only in the developed world. I'm pleased to note that with the support of many member states, in this case notably Canada, the organization through its Executive Secretariat for Integral Development has been able to launch CSR awareness and training initiatives in Latin American countries, promoting CSR within small and medium-sized enterprises, which are considered engines for economic development and job creation. So this roundtable is really aimed at discussing CSR in a period when countries and businesses are going through a difficult time. But this crisis, while it needs to be dealt with from a business perspective also, offers also an opportunity to rethink our business propositions and to rethink how we do and conduct business. Not an easy task if the immediate objective is to save capital and to focus on core business. But I believe it is good business not to go the traditional route of looking only at the profit line in the budget. Investing in people and in their lives is ultimately beneficial and most likely profitable to the corporate entity itself. So in closing, I look forward to hearing the perspectives from the three experts and from the audience so that we as an organization can be better informed and guided in terms of how we can serve as the member states and the corporate community in the Americas to promote CSR and to make it an innovative tool in promoting the relationship between society and the business community. I therefore wish you much success and I look forward to your conclusions. I thank you very much.